Hello Capricorn, my name is Nigel and you have found my alchemy. Today we're going to be doing your November 2024 reading. So let's get started right away. Might as well pick both of these up here. You have, overarching your whole month, you have the Two of Swords, which is Venus in Libra energy. Difficult choices. Could be hidden information. Maybe something you didn't want to see or don't want to see. Could be. You could be trying to avoid a choice here. You could be at a crossroads. When I see the swords crossing like this, it could be a cross that you had to bear. Any of those things could be true here. We're at the beginning of the reading and we will piece everything together. You have confidence here and it's coming in right side up with this particular deck. When the cards come in right side up, this is something you're going to need to look for this month. You're going to need to actually put some work into it because there might be times during this month where your confidence is lacking. It says, by earth and air, water and fire, let my confidence take light burn higher. Number 32. So let's see. We have here Chakana, number 19. It says time to cross the threshold. And there you have that crossing something. Could be. This could actually have something to do with your ex as well. We'll have to keep all those things in mind. But I'm seeing here crossing, time to cross the threshold. The threshold brings, this particular card brings an ending so complete, it's no longer possible to return to what has been. The crossing is healing. It activates your divine potential. No matter what changes afoot here, Capricorn, you may want control over this situation. You may thrive when you're in control, but I think during this instance, you're to relinquish control to the divine. When this card comes up, that's exactly what it means. We have synchronicity here. And you know, the synchronicity card is number 63 in this deck. It's a miraculous message. Destiny. Look for synchronicities this month. 1111, 555. Things like that, okay? 222, things like that. Look for synchronicities. Look for divine messages within the synchronicities. What you notice this month matters. Let's look at these. Here you have the Revolutionary and the Sage. The Revolutionary. When we look at the definition, right? The straightforward definition of a revolutionary. What is it? It's a revolutionary point in time involves dramatic change. A person who's a part of that engages in that revolution. The revolutionary. You may be called to be a revolutionary in this situation this month, and here is the Sage. The Sage is, you know, someone who is full of wisdom, prudence, good judgment, right? Also, we sage things, right? We burn sage to cleanse areas, to cleanse people, to cleanse objects, spiritually or energetically cleansing. What are you cleansing out of your life here? You have these three cards here. You have heartbreak, hurt, betrayal, grief, disappointment. This could be something that happened in the past that you're already well aware of, or it could be something that's happening as we speak or will happen during the month. It's going to be different for each Capricorn, but there is something legal here on the table. It says court, paperwork filed. The obvious thing would be divorce, but it does not have to be divorce. It could be something completely different. I actually know a Capricorn as we speak who's going through a legal problem with her ex-husband. Kind of dragged her into a bunch of crap that he got himself involved in. Just saying. Here you have acts. It says break up, separation, stop the pattern. Stop. I like that. Stop the pattern. Sage something out of your life. There is a legal thing here on the table. Some sort of paperwork you might find yourself enmeshed in. You're being asked to sage, be the revolutionary. There may be something that you did not want to see. This may be about an ex. Like I said, that could be avoiding choices. It could have been something you avoid or try to avoid. This person could have been a cross that you bore at one time. You have the blank ruin. You were the only one, and I only have one reading left. You were the only one to pull the blank ruin. These are witches' ruins, by the way, and the blank ruin is potential. It's unvarnished, limitless potential. You create what's inside that void. You have a competition. So there may be some sort of competition that goes on. You may be in a competitive line of work. But if we're going with this, it could be back and forth between you and someone else, but you have the angelic help on your side. Now, this could be the universe at large, the actual angels, your ancestors, it could be God, whatever it is you believe in. It says this is the time to trust in the universe and know that you will be provided for. Just know it. You have to relinquish control. That might not be, I'm feeling that whoever's reading this doesn't like that. They like to be in the driver's seat. They don't like to relinquish control. I understand how that feels, you know. It's very Saturnian, right? But you might want to trust the divine process in this moment. With this infinite possibility, take this very seriously here, Capricorn. Beautiful energy heading towards you if you take advantage of it. There is this axe. Maybe it's an axe that someone has to grind against you. Could be. Definitely there's heartbreak involved in this, and like I said, this could be heartbreak from the past. You know, that's being dug up a little bit, or it could be heartbreak that goes on this month, all right? I don't mean to keep repeating myself. Let's move on to your astrology here. You have new moon in Gemini. Communication is the key. Very mercurial. You may be dealing with a Gemini. But Gemini time is June to June, right? New moon in Gemini. New moon in Gemini is the new moon in Gemini is generally in June. So if you think of June 2024 to June 2025, it looks like there is a lot going on. There is something that may have began in June. You know, think back. You do have Leo here on the table as well. And that is the number 5 in this deck. Mars, like when you, let's look at November. It's packed with it, right? We have Mars in Leo. Mars enters Leo on November 3rd, and it stays there for the rest of the year. It brings passion with it. It brings drama with it and heat. So expect that, heating your life up for the rest of the year. On November 27th, we have the Sun in Sagittarius trine Mars in Leo, tackling demanding obstacles with ease, making power moves. You're supported at this time for making power moves at the end of the month, November 27th. Keep that date in mind. Keep around that date. Definitely keep it in mind here. For sure. Here you have solstice, and it says focus, transition, amplification. I believe you are in transition right now here. You know, the winter solstice is in December. The summer solstice is in June. I'm telling you, June is a month that is somehow, June is Gemini time too, because June 21st, well, it's the day after, right? And you have the solstice on the 22nd of December. It's the shortest and longest day of the year. Transitory, transition. You have Vesta here. It says inner spark, sacrifice, devotion. Vesta is an asteroid. Your commitment to yourself outside your responsibilities is on the table. What is it you promised yourself as a young person that maybe got lost in the shuffle as you got older? You know, we all have responsibilities, but sometimes we can lose that thing that we really wanted for ourselves in the shuffle, right? Vesta is the joy we feel when we accomplish our goals, right? It's the light that guides us and allows us to take joy into our lives. Vesta, is our inner light. And that is on the table for you. You also have Aquarius in the 11th house. It says collaboration, memberships, network. That suggests that the universe is supporting you, but being open is the key. How do you sometimes close the door when it comes to things like that? You have to be open. This month especially, find your confidence. Somebody might damage your confidence temporarily. It's time for you to sage someone or something out of your life. And it's time for you to be the revolutionary. It really is. You have all the angelic help, the universe. Everything is on your side here, Capricorn. You have infinite possibility with this rune. Most people, I have to tell you, like 90% of the readings, they chose the eye, and that's a whole different situation. But you chose this blank rune, and that means you have a blank canvas. It's your story. And I have to add that Pluto is going into Capricorn on the 19th. Some people say it's the 20th. It really depends where you live. Around that time, Pluto's going back into Capricorn. And let me tell you something. The world is your oyster. This might be building towards that. Don't waste the energy. Definitely don't waste the energy. Now let's do your tarot. Here at the beginning of your month, you have the wish fulfillment card. So you have a wish coming true. You have something coming into fruition here. But it's, skipping ahead a little bit. You pulled this card twice. That's why I use a double deck, by the way. It's very rare to have two cards, believe it or not, come out in these readings that are identical, even though it's double deck. And it's even more rare for it to be this card. Now, this is in your challenges. So I'm skipping ahead. But what I'm saying is you are getting a wish fulfillment, but it does not come without its share of difficulty. Okay, you have starting out your month, you have the Eight of Swords. This is Jupiter in Gemini, and this is in reverse. Beautiful energy, right? A release, freedom, facing your fears. It's empowerment. It's very clear perspective. Very clear perspective. It's a far cry from that. This leads right into the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is Mars in Aries energy. The Two of Wands, Mars in Aries, planning, taking risks, or at least considering taking risks, laying down foundations. Something happens here at the beginning of the month, and it gives you the gumption to start planning. And you have the Page of Wands. This is Jupiter in Sagittarius, fresh ideas, excitement, adventure. The beginning of the month looks fantastic for things like this. Look for something positive to happen to you. Look for positive news. Some sort of fulfillment is coming your way. Now, when we add, wait till you hear this. When we add all the numbers up from this column and then we break them down, I usually break them down into a single digit, or the only double digits I'll allow are 10 and 11. When we break the numbers down, we get the number 10, and that is Pluto. We just talked about Pluto, right? Endings, beginnings. Look for this wish fulfillment to come around a Tuesday. Okay, Capricorn. Now, let's move on to mid-month here. Mid-month, you have rebirth, winter. Let me see if I can move this over a little. Hopefully you can see that still. What you do, you have rebirth, you have the card of winter, and you have the Seven of Wands. Mars in Leo, and this is in reverse. In my opinion, judging from all the other cards on this table, this is a sort of loosening of a tightly held stubbornness that you had. You're loosening your grip on that. I like that because that's basically the advice right here. You're loosening your grip on something here. Now, in the middle of the reading, the center of the reading, you have the Three of Cups in reverse. This is Mercury in Cancer. Now, this could mean one of two things, right? Some of you could have been caught up in a third-party situation. This third party could mean anything. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love triangle. It could be you and someone else and the law. It could be you and someone else and something else. Could be a third-party situation that is coming to an end. It also could be the winter of your social life. We say that that is the time of winter. You could be sort of staying home, not socializing mid-month. Nothing wrong with that. You do have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Six of Pentacles in reverse is Venus and Taurus energy, but, you know, more than that, we have, it's sort of lack of help, promises not kept. It's maybe someone trying to use their position of power. I don't think it's going to work. It also could be you pulling back the reins, taking back your energy, taking back your power. Could be that too. But you have a rebirth right after this fulfillment. Now, when we add up the numbers in the second column, which is your mid-month, and we break them down, we get the number 7, which is Neptune. And that's confusion. It can be confusion. So I can see how something goes on here mid-month may have you a little confused. It may be a little foggy, maybe a little fuzzy. It's temporary energy, though. Because here at the end of the month, it says you have self-love, creation, intentions. Let me see if I can move this up a little bit. Okay. You have the Ace of Wands, and I can see how this is a very creation enabled card. Look at that. Creation. Your confidence may be shook for a portion of this month, but I have to tell you, that's totally temporary because you have this Ace of Wands energy. You have the self-love card. It's actually fire energy, inspiration, moving forward with something. This leads you right into the card with no name. This is the death card in most other decks. Pluto energy again, Capricorn, Scorpio. It is death and rebirth. Pluto Capricorn is now on the table. That is happening at the end of the month, and this is your end of month section, the last third of your month. So this is Pluto entering the transit. This is just perfect timing. Here you have the Eight of Cups in reverse. The Eight of Cups in reverse is Saturn and Pisces. Not walking away from what is yours. You may be fighting for something. You may be fighting for something that you hold dear to you. You go from relinquishing power at a much needed time, mid-month, to establishing power and coming in very hot and heavy and strong, and not walking away from a fight, not walking away. Creating something with this death and rebirth card, your intentions. You have rebirth, death, or you have rebirth, intention, creation, fulfillment. When we add that up and we break it down, we get the number 8, and that is Saturn, lessons, karma, rules, Capricorn. Yep. The Saturnian energy is basically on a Saturday. So you should, if possible, write the dates down. It's always interesting to see what happens from that. Now, let's look at your challenges. And like I said, you have this fulfillment card again. Wishes coming true. It's in your challenge category. You get something, but it's a challenge. You get something and it's not easily won. But you are standing up. You're not walking away from the fight. Maybe at the beginning you relinquish some stubbornness. It's needed. But at the end of the day, at the end of the month, you come back very, very strong, Capricorn. You have the Queen of Cups here and coming in sideways, and this is Neptune in Cancer. Fluctuating between being compassionate and, not being that way, being the Queen of Cups and, being, feeling the need to be compassionate and also feeling the need to look out for yourself and being, a certain way. Because you have here someone trying to interrupt your independence, right? You have the Knight of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo, being guarded, feeling a little unstable. That's a challenge this month. Guarding what's yours. That's a challenge this month. Fluctuating between being kind and being self-sufficient and, worrying about you. You have the Page of Wands here in reverse. This is Jupiter and Sagittarius. You may lack patience at some point this month. I could see that. But keep your eye on the prize here, Capricorn. Keep your eye on the prize. There is a prize here this month. When we add this up, your challenges, and we break it down, we get the number 9. Aries. Mars energy. Anger, impulsiveness, impatience, all that. That is a challenge for you this month. A challenge that if you meet it head on and you do what you're supposed to do, it looks like you're going to be rewarded this month. Definitely. Now, interestingly enough, let's look at your opportunities, right? You have the opportunity for a soul tie, a reunion. And the truth is, I'm really not feeling for most of you that this is a reunion with another person. I really do think this is a reunion with a part of yourself that's coming together. With that Pluto and Capricorn, I encourage you to really look into it, really read up on it. The cardinal signs are coming into their power. And there's 2 sides of you, I believe, that are coming together, and you're going to be fairly unstoppable, especially with this rune here. You have the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse, Saturn in Capricorn, right? This could be the fact that somebody mismanaged your money. It could be you. It could be you that you mismanaged your money in the past. I'm really feeling that you trusted someone and they mismanaged your money, your future. It's coming in the opportunities, though. Maybe for you to come together and be, your own, at the end of this month, you're coming out so damn strong. You really are. Yeah, look at this. You're defending what is yours. You're not putting up with any nonsense anymore. And you are getting rid of what needs to go. Bye-bye. You're definitely taking no prisoners here, Capricorn. I always love your readings. They're always so full of this very strong energy. Let's show me at the beginning of the month here. We have this wish fulfillment for Capricorn. It does say goldfish. It says increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. I think both are happening for you this month. I mean, I don't know. Maybe your wish fulfillment lies elsewhere, but I do think for some of you, for many of you, it has something to do with money, and definitely spiritually. Definitely. Like, there's just no doubt. Mid-month looks a little rough because you have that winter card along with, it says unsettled times need to plan ahead. Now this is in reverse. So maybe it's the fact that you didn't plan for what is happening here. You have the chain, and the chain, it says a chain of events that will affect your life. I do think that there was a chain of events that led to this, whatever it is that's going on here. There was definitely a chain of events. Show me the end of the month for Capricorn here. It says you will be playing a different role. I do think so, Capricorn. You're going to be playing a different role from what you have been playing for a very long time. It depends on how old you are, right? If you're 20 or, well, I would say if you're 30 or under, maybe even 40 or under, you're going to be playing a role that you've never even experienced in your lifetime. But if you're older, you're going to be reunited with a part of yourself that you either thought was dead or you haven't thought about in a very long time. Give me, yeah. You have a misunderstanding, and this is in your challenges. There may be a misunderstanding. You may be building a wall, but I think that for some of you, you need that wall up at least this month. Give me the end of the month here. It says a new job or career as an opportunity. You may be reunited with a part of you that wanted to be a certain thing a very long time ago that you haven't thought about in a long time. You haven't thought about in a very long time, but you may be reunited with that desire, that thing. Okay, let me pull a couple of these cards. By the way, in your opportunities column, I didn't tell you that when we add all the numbers up and break them down, you get the number 5, which is Mercury, Virgo, Gemini energy, right? Communication is key. You'll have the opportunity to communicate. You should take the opportunity to communicate. Give me one for Capricorn for November 2024, please. You have prosperity, health, contentment, abundance. Welcome, Pluto. Welcome, Pluto and Capricorn. You have the key, inner calling, clarity, intention. We talked about this. Keys on the table. You're entering a really, really good time here, Capricorn. I don't know if you realize it or not, but I am so jealous. Because I am a poor Aquarian. I'm just entering my time of problems. You're exiting your time of problems. I wish you all the luck. I will see you next time. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot to do your breakdown. Okay? 1 second. Okay. I always forget about this lucky number stuff. I mean, I don't always forget, but it seems to be lately I've been forgetting this. But luckily, I always catch myself. So we did not really talk about one number more than any other. However, when we add up all the numbers in your reading and we break it down, it breaks down into a 6, and that is Venus. Love and money is on the table. That planet governs both. So that is going to be a big theme for you this month. As far as the planets, the ones we talked about the most are Saturn and Venus, the planet of karma and the planet of money and love. So apropos. Lucky numbers are 32, 19, 63, 5, 17, and 26. The signs we talked about: Capricorn, Aquarius, all fire signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Taurus, Leo, Aries, Libra, and Gemini. We didn't really talk about one more than the other, but all those signs were mentioned. I really wish you the best, and I will see you for your big 2025 year-long summary. I wish you the best. Namaste.